Hey guys, I'm Andrea. I'm a young adult author and welcome to my channel if it's your first time here, and welcome back if you're returning. So I wasn't tagged in this, but technically I was because the video I watched, I believe it was, oh Lord, I'll find her channel and link it down below. She just said that she tags everybody to do this tag that hasn't done it, so I'm going to do it. My last tag did so well, and I'm excited to do this one for you guys. So without further ado, we are going to do the Authortube Newbie Tag. If you guys don't know, I already did the Booktube Newbie Tag, and I'm doing the Authortube one because I'm both a reader and a writer. So it's the best of both worlds on this channel, guys. Okay, so I'm getting the questions from Jessica Froberg. I will link her channel below. I know she's not the only video I stumbled upon that has the questions, so I will link the other one below that I know has the questions, so you guys can go jump on their videos because this is where I got the questions from and because they're cool and awesome. So yeah. Question number 1. How did you find out about Authortube? It all started with Kim Chance, guys. Shout out to her. I'll link her channel down below if you haven't been there. It all started with Kim Chance, and then from Kim Chance, it turned into Alexa Dunn, and they're both my favorites. I love Alexa, I love Kim, and I stumbled upon their videos back when I was writing my first manuscript and struggling with it, and from there, I just embraced the Authortube, Booktube world, guys. So that's how I found out about it, and I wanted to start a channel because of them. All right, question number 2. What genres do you write in? I typically write contemporaries. As far as like, I write YA contemporary. Yeah, that's just about all I write right now. I don't know if I'll ever jump into anything else. I definitely don't think I could ever write a fantasy or a sci-fi or historical fiction. That's my daughter in the background. If you've been to my channel before, you're familiar with her always being in the background. Yeah, I don't know if I'll jump into any other genres because there's some I just can't see myself writing. Maybe a suspense novel, mystery novel in my future, maybe something almost like fantasy, but not entirely like fantasy. I'm thinking about mermaids, guys. I'm thinking about mermaids. We'll see what happens. We'll just see. Question number 3. What is your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? So definitely love YA. I like first person past tense. That's typically what I write in. I don't ever write in third person. I don't plan on writing in third person. That's honestly just how I feel about it. Definitely first person and past tense. I don't really like to write in present tense. Although I feel like it may be a little bit easier, I still just am like, ugh, I don't want to do it. I don't. I'm sorry, I just don't. Question number 4. Are you a plotter, pantser, or plantster? Plantser. A plantser, guys. Definitely. I definitely had an outline for this manuscript that I'm working on now. It was a corkboard outline with just little points that, hey, I want to accomplish this in this chapter, this in one chapter, this in another chapter, and it was in the order that the events were supposed to occur in, and I might as well just rip it off the wall because it's not happening, guys. Like, I planned it, and even in my chapters now on Scrivener, I have little like notes like this happens, this happens, this happens. That's it. It's like 2-word notes of things that happen in the chapter. And I still have been adding extra chapters and putting extra stuff in there. I'm definitely a plantser, although I've noticed that even though I do plot, pantsing is really my thing, and sitting down and writing the book is really my thing. I don't really like to do too much of the outlining because I don't typically use it, as you can tell. But yeah. Okay, question number 5. Are you a self-published, published, or yet to be published? Yet to be published, guys. Hoping to change that as soon as I can because I do want to be published traditionally, to be exact. I think that's another question on here. We'll get there. Question number 6. What publishing company, literary agent, and/or printing company are you represented by or use if you're not yet published? What is your dream publishing house and/or literary agent? I don't really have a dream literary agent. I would just like my dream literary agent to be able to get me a decent book deal. I say decent because I don't really want a huge book deal, because if I don't outsell that, then I'll never make royalties and I'll be a disappointment. So I just want a decent book deal, and I want a literary agent that's able to either maybe get my book made into a movie or a Netflix movie or series. That would be like the big dream. But my dream publishing house is definitely Penguin Random House. How can you not love them? They're just awesome. Like Penguin Random House just has such great books, honestly. Okay, question number 7. What Authortube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? Right now, I'm doing a kind of vlog called Diary of a Mad Writer, where I just discuss how my writing is going, how many words I've written, where my word count is, and it's just following me through the writing journey until I get to the finish line of my manuscript, and then it'll follow me through probably editing and beta readers and critique partners and all of that. I also had a series on my channel back when I finished my first manuscript. It was called The Query Diaries, where I just discussed how querying was going, and that one will pick back up once I start querying again, so you can expect to see that. I think that you can expect that my Authortube side of this channel will focus kind of on following my author journey, and then also focus on answering you guys' questions when I get there. So when I get the agent, what happens when you get an agent, when I get the book deal, again, this is optimistic and speaking stuff into existence. Just discussing the publishing industry and what it's like to be in it, and answering any questions you guys might have, talking about story, talking about the muddled middle and my introductions and how I kind of write things out and plan things in my head, and how I pick which story to write first, those types of things, and any questions or things you might have for me. Okay, question number 8. When did you start writing? I honestly don't know when I first started being able to write things down. However, I started writing like novels in like 2012 on Wattpad, because I don't remember how I stumbled across it, but I stumbled across it and I was like, oh, this is a great place to write. So I started writing on there. So yeah. Question number 9. What was the first story you ever wrote? Oh my gosh, guys. It was a romance novel, and I wrote it pen and paper on an old notebook while I was visiting my grandmother, and of course she thought I was the best writer ever, but it was the dumbest story. It was this girl that went to camp, a girls' camp, mind you, and met this guy that she liked, and they started this little fling thing, and it was just badly written. My handwriting was awful. It was terrible, but that was the first story I ever wrote down on paper, and yeah, I should have known that. I was born to be a writer. Question number 10. What authors have inspired your writing the most? This is so difficult. I really don't know. I can't even say, because I didn't really have authors that I like loved their stuff or anything. I've never read Harry Potter, guys. Don't attack me in the comments. I have plans to read it and for you guys to follow me on my reading journey of reading Harry Potter for the first time. I just never read it. I would say I was obsessed with the Graceland Realm series. I have a whole video up of my reread of that series, and I would still say that Kristen Cashler inspired me. John Green inspired me because I loved The Fault in Our Stars. Veronica Roth inspired me. Stephanie Meyer. Again, this is when I was like young, and the authors that I can think of that made me want to write, or that whose books I loved that I could say inspired me. So I would just say those authors. Don't attack me. Again, as I've hit adulthood, I've just started reading more and more again, so I'm sure that list will change. I have plans to read so many authors that I know have inspired so many people, and I can't wait to dive into their books, so I'm sure it'll change as time goes on. Question number 11. Do you schedule your writing sessions or simply get to writing whenever you can find the time? This is kind of a trick question for me. I don't really schedule like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and write at this time, but I do have writing and reading days. If you've been here, you know, And every other day it switches. So today is a writing day, tomorrow will be a reading day. And on writing days, I just decide I'm going to write, and I will sit down sometime that day, anytime really, it doesn't really matter. Usually right after I get up and I've done things for the day, and I will write. And it's not really like at a certain time, it's just like I'll sit down and write, and then I'll take a break, make dinner, do whatever, sit down and write again, and just try to knock out as many words in the day that I can and spend the whole day just focused on writing. I think that answers it. Okay, so question number 12. Do you type on a computer, typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of those? And where do you write in general? So I write everything on my computer as of right now. I used to write on my phone back when I was doing Wattpad, but no longer. Although I do have plans to get Scrivener on my phone once again, well, I never had it on my phone, but I do want to get it on my phone because I feel like it would be a little bit easier for me to write more often if I could write on my phone. But right now I just use Scrivener and I write on my computer all the time. I would love to get an old typewriter, but not to write with, just for show, honestly. I don't know anybody that writes with a typewriter, nor have I heard of anybody that writes with a typewriter now, so maybe I'm misinformed, but I feel like that is something most people don't do now. Question number 13, the last final question in this tag. What are you most looking forward to now that you're a part of Authortube? I am looking forward to meeting other authors, to talking to other authors, to finding beta readers and critique partners who are authors. I'm looking forward to being a part of the community. I'm looking forward to helping other authors with beta reading and critique partners. I'm looking forward to making friends. I am looking forward to help with querying. I'm looking forward to the vast array of information that we all have come to obtain by being authors. I am just looking forward to being a part of the community and introducing myself to the community so that I can make friends and be known as an author, I guess you could say. Like, I want author friends. I want to be in the publishing world, in the author community, as well as the Booktube community, and I feel like this is my start at getting my author platform set up and meeting people, and I am really excited for this channel. So that is the last question in the tag, guys, and this tag was created by Jenna Streety, and I will link her channel down below, as well as some of the channels that I've watched with their Authortube Newbie Tags. Newer channels or channels that are doing better than my channel but still deserve more attention. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a like down below, comment. I reply to every comment as of right now, and subscribe to my channel, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.